This is the average size 16 woman. She stands 5 foot 5 inches and weighs 235 pounds. She represents the most common American size, and she usually has no problems finding it. This is a small size 0 woman. She represents the smallest size available. She also stands 5 foot 5 inches, but weighs 110 pounds, which is 125 pounds less than the average size 16 woman. Her clothing size is less common than the size 16, but she can still normally find it. This woman wears the largest size available at most clothing stores. She also stands 5 foot 5 inches, but weighs 360 pounds. She is 125 pounds more than the average size 16 woman. She also can easily find clothes in her size. So, if we fit the average woman, and we fit an equal amount of weight lost or gained by that woman in our sizes, why isn't our existing sizing structure fair? Why do we need to push for even larger sizes across the board? Because if we increase our size range, we also move our midpoint. And rather than centering the average size 16 woman, we then center the size 300-pound woman. But let's see what this TikToker has to say.
Welcome to Size Inclusivity, the whiteboard version. So you already know that the average woman's size is a 16 to 18. These sizes here are already heavily represented. That's 5 sizes below the average female size. So immediately, we're going to add 5 sizes above that. So that puts us at a 22, 24, size 26, and a size 28. Now, the current skew is that women are actually more likely to be a size 18 than 16. And something else we want to factor in is that if you're a size 6, you can actually wear a size 8 or a size 10. It's going to be a bit baggy on you, but you can actually wear those clothes. When you come to the other end of the scale, if you're a size 28 or you're a size 26, you can't fit in a 22 or 24 or a 20. It physically just doesn't fit our bodies. So factoring all of that in, we're going to add another size down here for 30. That is your minimum if you're going to be size inclusive. If you're not offering up to a size 30, I don't want to hear that you're size inclusive.
And I disagree with all of that. If we do what this creator is suggesting, we will no longer center the average size 14-16 woman and will now be centering morbid obesity. To start off this proof, let's first discuss what is a size. Because a size is not a size is not a size. Now, clothing sizes are not standard, but there is a standard-ish range that we can usually predict. And that is that sizes 0 through 12 usually go up in increments of 1 inch. Sizes 12 through 16 usually go up in increments of 1.5 inches. And sizes after size 18 usually go up in increments of 2, 2.5, or 3 inches. They either do that, or a brand will go up in increments of 1 inch until they get to about a size 16, and then do a 5-inch increment to get into the plus size, and then increment the plus sizes 2 inches at a time. There is no real standard way of doing this, but I can assure you that overall, it kind of looks like this. Smaller sizes typically go up in 1-inch increments, whereas plus sizes go up in 2 to 3-inch size increments. So when we consider the fact that we are severely vanity sizing plus sizes, and we plot a graph, we can see that this blue line here would be what the sizing should be if all sizes went up by 1 inch and only 1 inch. The yellow line, on the other hand, shows us what the sizes are actually labeled. So when I look at this, I can see that what we would typically call a size 22 would actually be a size 40. Okay? If we were to size clothing where one size is 1 inch bigger, then your 22 is a 40. So that is point number one. We are already covering more sizes than you think by having these plus sizes so much bigger than regular sizes. Point number two, the geometry of volume. Now, I spoke about this in an older video, but I'm going to revisit it again because I think it's very, very important. The smaller you are, the less amount of weight you need to gain to go up a size. Let me show you a graph. This is what I call the geometry of gain. Now, if we consider the human body to be a cylinder, I know it's not a cylinder, but let's just consider it to be a cylinder for simple math. In order for that cylinder to gain an inch in diameter, the amount of weight required goes exponentially up, okay? That means that when you're small, in order to go from like a size 0 to a 2, it's likely only 5 to 7 pounds. But the bigger you are, the more weight it takes to gain an inch. The middle sizes can probably gain 12 to 15 pounds before they have to go up a size. Whereas at the extreme plus sizes, you're looking at 30, 40, 50, or at Tammy Slayton's size, 100 pounds between your sizes. Let's do an example. So I'm going to base my example off of the average 5 foot 5 inch woman who also wears a US size 16. So by gathering data from various clothing sizing charts, I can determine that a 5 foot 5 inch woman that wears a size 16 weighs approximately 235 pounds. If that woman were to want to be a size 0, to go all the way down to the lowest possible size, she would need to lose 125 pounds. Okay. How big would she be if she gained 125 pounds? Oh, well, that would put her at 360. Well, 360 is a size 22. So if the average woman is a size 16 and she loses 125 pounds to become a size 0 and has clothes, or she gains 125 pounds and is now a size 22 and also still has clothes, why do we need to go to a size 30? And in case you're thinking, but Lydia, a size 22 is still a size bigger than a 20, which is usually where most stores tap out. So they really should extend their sizes. And I say, no, they don't. And that is because of the stretch of the fabric. If we look at how other types of clothing stretch, we can compare wool dress pants, jeans, leggings, and then plus size elastic waist clothing. We can see that the amount of stretch available in the clothing is not as much as there is in plus size. Like your dress pants can probably handle 5 pounds of fluctuation. Your jeans with spandex might be able to handle 7 to 10. Your leggings might be able to handle 20 pounds, but those super plus size elastic waistband pants, you've got like 40 pounds of stretch in there. So when I look at the sizing chart, I think that if someone weighed the 360 pounds, which would be the case if the size 16 woman gained the 125 pounds, I believe that they could actually easily fit in the size 20, weighing 360 pounds. And when I'm saying this, I'm not saying that plus size people should force themselves into smaller sizes and squish themselves and be uncomfortable. No, not at all. I'm saying that their clothes are way more stretchy. There are so many inches in between their sizes that if somebody weighed 360 pounds right on the cusp of that size 22, they would easily fit into a 20. They might even be able to squish into an 18. It's the same deal for us straight size people. How many times do you go into a store and you try on two sizes and you're not really sure which one fits you better? Well, their sizes have more flex. So I am saying that without a doubt, right now, today, we have equal coverage. We have complete equal coverage. If the size 16 woman is the average woman, and she can gain 125 pounds and find clothes, or lose 125 pounds and still find clothes, I'd say we're already set up in the middle. By sizing up to a size 30, we are now making our top size 500 pounds. Okay? And because we know that adult human beings don't typically weigh less than 100 pounds, that makes 400 pounds of sizing, putting 300 pounds in the dead center. That's right, 2018 cover of Cosmo, Tess Holliday. This body here is now at the center of your sizing. Does that seem right? Should Tess Holliday circa 2018 be our new size medium? Pushing to size 30, pushing for 3X, 4X, 5X, 6X is not about being fair. It's not. It's about centering obesity. So when we add it all up, the difference in the label, the geometry of weight gain, and the stretchiness of the fabric, you can conceal 100 pounds before you have to go up a size. And this is verified by Tammy Slayton right here.
What size shirt were you wearing
before? Like 800, 8X.
See? Tammy wore a size 8X when she was 800 pounds. Now, who here that wears a size 2X thinks that they were only 6 sizes smaller than Tammy Slayton at her biggest? A size is arbitrary. I'm using inches and pounds to illustrate my point. And what I'd also like to stress here is that plus size people want these accommodations. As much as they say that they just want everything the same as straight size people, they don't. They absolutely don't. How happy do you think they would be when they go to pull their normal size 22 off the rack and find out that it's actually a size 40? How happy do you think they would be when their clothes are made out of fabrics that don't have as much give? And how happy would they be if they had to resize every time they gained an inch? I don't think that they want the same thing as straight size people. I don't think they want that at all. I think that they want to be accommodated. Although I kind of would like to see Tess Holliday proudly sport a size 52. And this is also where I think that the plus size clothing industry has failed the public. Because a lot of us use our clothing instead of the scale to monitor our weight. And that's usually a pretty good barometer if my jeans start to get a bit tight and like, whoops, I think I've gained a bit of weight. But my jeans tell me that I've gained weight when I've gained 5 to 7 pounds. Plus size people, you can hide 20, 30, 40, 50, and at Tammy Slayton's size, 100 pounds before you notice that your clothes are too tight. So all of this vanity sizing has done a real number on what people think of their size. And that was so evident in the TikTok that started this video. Going up 5 sizes is not the same as going down 5 sizes. We replaced the scale with spandex, and the truth stretched right along with it. So the next time that someone tells you that we need to have more inclusive sizing or more fair sizing because the average woman is a size 16, you can say, we already do that. We already do that. If the average size 16 woman today can lose 100 pounds and find clothes, or gain 100 pounds and still find clothes, we do not have a problem. My name is Lydia, and this is the Body Honesty Project. And if you like this video, please subscribe.